All right, let's just call it like it is. Top Gun. Maverick was never supposed to work. I mean, 30 years in development hell? That's a coma with a movie poster. And yet it flew in, hit the screens, and blew the damn doors off the box office. While everyone expected it to sputter like an old F-14, Cruise brought in hot, buzzed the tower, and now here we are, talking about Top Gun 3. Now, the big question circling the runway. Do they kill Maverick? Hold up, I know. Killing off Tom Cruise in Top Gun sounds like cinematic heresy. But hear me out. This might be exactly what the franchise needs. Not because we're tired of Maverick, but because this could do what Mission Impossible never could. Pass the damn torch. Let's rewind. Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol, try to pull a little bait and switch. Here's Jeremy Renner. They said. He might take over. They whispered. Yeah, okay. But then Cruise strapped himself to the side of a plane and told us all to sit down. Renner never stood a chance. That franchise lives and dies with Ethan Hunt. And more importantly, with Cruise. They never let him step aside. Not even for a second. But Top Gun? It's at a golden parachute. Miles Teller's rooster. Now, before the rooster haters start crowing, let's talk about this guy. He's got the name, the mustache, and enough unresolved daddy issues to power a whole spin-off universe. Plus, he didn't just ride shotgun in Top Gun. Maverick, he held his own. That's not nothing. And let's be real. If Top Gun 3 wants to keep flying without Maverick in the cockpit, Rooster's the best shot they've got. But here's the catch. You can't truly hand the reins to Rooster if Maverick is still hanging around, smirking in aviators, pulling off miracles, and making every other character feel like they're in a training montage. Maverick isn't just the lead. He is the franchise. As long as he's alive, the spotlight's his. So yeah, kill him. Dramatic? Absolutely. Risky? For sure. But it makes sense. Look at the pattern. Goose gone. Iceman gone. These deaths weren't just shock value. They mattered. They gave the story real weight. Maverick's always been dancing with death anyway. His Dark Star stunt in Maverick was practically a suicide mission. People were out here theorizing that the whole movie after that scene was just his dying dream. That's how reckless the guy is. So if he bites it in Top Gun 3, it fits. He's older. He's still pulling stunts that would give a 25-year-old a heart attack. He's a relic of a dangerous era, and the Navy doesn't really do sentiment. You crash one plane too many, and they're naming a plaque after you, not giving you another mission. And if they do go that route, if they send Maverick off in a blaze of glory, then Rooster steps up, not just as the next pilot, but as the emotional core. His mentor's gone, the guy who flew with his dad, the man who risked everything for him. That's a setup for real character growth, not just another training montage with a beach football scene. Although, no objections to that. Think of the drama. Rooster forced to lead, haunted by the weight of the past. Maybe even dealing with some guilt. Maybe Maverick dies, saving him. Suddenly, the cocky kid's got to grow up fast. That's a movie. That's legacy. Still, here's the twist in the tale. They might not do it. Why? Because Cruise is still Cruise. And even though Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 didn't exactly light the box office on fire, the guy is still a draw. There's a reason people say movie star and not streaming service content curator when they talk about him. The man shows up. He delivers. And audiences love that. So maybe Paramount plays it safe. Keeps Maverick around as a grizzled mentor, sipping coffee and dropping wisdom between missile strikes. Maybe he trains a new class and walks off into the sunset, engine roaring behind him. That wouldn't be the worst ending, but it wouldn't be the boldest. Killing Maverick? That's bold. That's how you make Rooster rise. That's how you show the franchise has wings beyond one man. And most importantly, that's how you make Cruise do something he's never done before. Let go. Now, that's a mission worth accepting. But let's talk about Val Kilmer. Not just the actor, the icon. The man who gave us one hell of a Batman and a Top Gun legend. And now he's gone. Val Kilmer passed away in April 2025 due to pneumonia. It sucks to even say it. We watched him fight through throat cancer. We saw him defy the odds just to get back on screen. And when he showed up in Top Gun, Maverick, even just for a few scenes, it wasn't just acting. It was a miracle. And now he's gone. Just like that. But here's the thing. When someone like Kilmer leaves us, it doesn't just hit personally. It hits pop culture. It shakes the storylines we love. It changes the math for what comes next. And yeah, I'm talking about Top Gun 3. Let me say it plain. Top Gun 3 cannot exist without reckoning the Iceman's death and Kilmer's. Maverick and Iceman weren't just wingmen. They were the soul of this franchise. They were rivals. They were brothers. And in Top Gun, Maverick, that final hug between them hit like a damn freight train. Iceman wasn't just a character in that sequel. He was the emotional anchor. The only one who could pull Maverick out of his own mess. And now that anchor's gone. So here's what I think. No, here's what I know needs to happen in Top Gun 3. Tom Cruise's Maverick needs to retire. Full stop. Not in a dramatic blaze of glory. Not while dodging missiles. He needs to hang up the flight suit for good. Not because he's weak, but because it's time. Because Iceman's gone. Because the future is knocking. And Maverick finally needs to let in. Look, Top Gun. Maverick already teased this. The whole film was about passing the torch. About trusting the next generation. Rooster, Phoenix, Hangman. These new kids prove they've got it. Maverick's job was to get them ready. He did that. Mission complete. And let's be real, without Iceman there to watch his six, who's Maverick even doing this for? In Top Gun, Iceman tells Maverick, it's time to let go. That scene wasn't just character development. That was Kilmer, through Iceman, telling Cruise, and us, that you don't need to die to be a hero. Sometimes, the bravest thing is to leave. You think Maverick can handle one more mission without Iceman in his corner? You think the guy who's been dodging rank and retirement for decades is going to suddenly find peace flying solo at 60-some? Hell no. Without Iceman, Maverick's got no safety net, no old friend in high places, and honestly, no reason to keep risking his life when he's already done enough. And I get it, Cruise is allergic to slowing down. If Top Gun 3 gets made, they'll be tempted to throw him back in the cockpit. But if they do that, they miss the point. They miss the point because the most powerful tribute to Val Kilmer isn't a flashback or a photo on the wall. It's Maverick stepping away. It's Cruise showing that letting go isn't a loss, it's growth. And come on, the story writes itself. Rooster's arc is only just beginning. Let him take the lead. Give Phoenix and Hangman real screen time. Show how Maverick's training shaped them. Let Maverick stay in the background, mentor, advisor, maybe even an admiral, but not the hero anymore. And for once, no miraculous save. No last-second mission. No comeback flight. So, should Maverick go out with a bang or bow out with grace? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's talk legacy, not just action scenes. And if you love movies with jets, legends, and impossible missions that shouldn't work but do, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next breakdown.